What is up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. This time, it's gonna be like first laps on a track, even though I already ran a couple laps just so I didn't look like a complete idiot playing on this track. But I think I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of Supercross because I haven't really done anything other than showing you guys like a fast lap. Well, I'm my fast lap. I'm not fast, but you get the point. So, what this basically is, I'm on a qualifying server right now with other people, and I'm running laps and seeing how I'm liking the track. So what I did, I only ran like I ran 7 laps, that's all I ran on it. So like I get the gist of the track, but I'm not consistent with it yet. I mean, I'm consistent, but I'm not fast. Like I can hit the lines, just not fast and consistent. So it's kind of like showing you, maybe this is like a tips video, but not really. It's kind of showing you what I do to get used to the track, because this is what I've been doing lately, because I made 2 AM mains. Yeah, I made, what did I make? Oh, I made Atlanta and I made Daytona this year, but those are really the only 2 that I've actually tried for, and I made both of them. Atlanta, I went on to get 4th in my heat, so I transferred over immediately. I am running a 450 class, by the way, so I got the last transfer spot in the heat, made it right through to my main. And then last week, Daytona, well, Sunday Daytona, not really a week yet, I actually did really bad in my heats, did really bad in the semis, but I won the LCQ, so I got into the main, and both weeks, Atlanta I got 16th, and Daytona I got 17th. I just wasn't really at touch with Daytona, because it wasn't out as long as Atlanta was, and I had a lot more playtime into Atlanta than I did with Daytona, so I'm trying to get as much playtime as I can to this track to maybe better that, because I wanted to better it at Daytona, but I knew I wasn't going to. I wasn't that good at the track, so I actually ended up getting a worse finish than I had in Atlanta. So basically, if this would restart, I'm going to show you what it's like to go around the track, show you what it's like to try to get used to the track, trying to learn what lines to hit, what are the fastest, and the whoops are really easy this week, which is a good thing, because the whoops for the past 3 rounds have been pretty difficult. Actually, all year they've been pretty difficult, so. And I like this section too. It's kind of like rollers, but you can jump through them, and it's like, I don't know, it's like the dirt feels like sand, like consistency-wise, like the whole track does, but it's not really at the same time. And I still haven't figured out what line to hit through there. That seems alright, but a lot of people are, like singling in, like just rolling over that first little inside corner and then hitting a double and then another double to get out of there. Some people are doing what I did and went on off, which I think might be the fast line through there. I'm not positive though. What I was trying to do was take the inside and pop up on top of the table, which I really feel like that's probably the fastest lap, but it's just a little too difficult because that slope is really low. I can't get the seat bounce just quite right to get it on top of the table, so that's what I'm going to be trying to do. I'll show you as soon as I get back to it what I mean, because I'm pretty sure you've barely seen it. And I'm also trying to figure out a line through there. It's a pretty difficult section. I don't know. It's like that. The second jump right after that's pretty tall, so I don't know if I'm going to bounce off of that or try to jump over it, whichever ends up being easier and faster for me, which I can hit more consistent and get a better lap out of. So, I'm feeling pretty good with this track, because I actually got used to it pretty quickly, and it's pretty flowy track. It's actually, might be my favorite this year. Oakland is definitely still my favorite. That was an amazing track. I want to qualify for it because at that time I didn't want to qualify for anything. Oh, I didn't even know that one. You could probably triple over that table and then try to do that, but but yeah, that if you were paying attention, I kind of missed out too. If you're paying attention, there's a little inside slope there, and you can just pop your front tire up. Actually, I'll go back and show you because I don't need to keep running track. Pretty used to it. I want to try to. I'm used to the track, except for 2 sections, which is this back section and the second section past the first rhythm section. Messed that all up. But so you can either come in off this triple over here and hit this inside. If I wouldn't do that, and hit this inside, and then try to pop up over this and then over this, and which I think it's consistent. Whoa, it's a consistent line, but I don't know how fast it really is. So let's try to go through the triple over, because I did the table on and all that, so let's try to triple over, because it feels like that might be really fast. Didn't get the driving it right. But I like this line too, because you can pop up and over the table, and then, I don't know, I kind of did that pretty good right there, if you kind of fall down instead of going over, which is pretty nice. Also, this wall, there's a lot of controversy with it. You can either do that, and jump over the first single, which I don't know how fast it is, because you're in the air for a long time, or you can just hit it like a regular wall and then go through the section like you're supposed to. Ooh, it got a little squirrely. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of different lines this week, which is a good thing in many aspects, because Daytona was just a one-line track. There was no other line to hit in that track. It was literally one line. I think maybe 1 or 2 sections you could take the inside instead of the outside, and it was like 4 times slower, so it wasn't really a big benefit. So, sorry about that sound. I was in a call, but he ended it because I told him I was gonna go make this. But, okay, he said you could go. That's basically it. If this would ever restart, I could show you a full gate and all that, but I don't know why people aren't restarting. I'm actually gonna check. Cliff Robbins isn't restarting, and this kid's just sitting out here doing stuff. So let's try to get these guys to restart so I can show you that. So, seems like Austin wants to restart. These whoops are really, really easy. They really are. I'm probably going to try to hit them a little faster since they're so easy to hit in first gear, which usually means you can go a little faster in them. And through that section right there, I'm actually going to try to pop up my front tire and try to glide over top of them, if that's even possible. Thank you, I have to restart. So here's like, when I first get on the track, this is what I recommend everybody, because it's stupid to try to go balls to the walls at the first time you've even ran the track. So what you want to do is really get on the track, roll everything. And I mean roll everything. Don't try to double here and there, because you're just going to get confused with the track, and you're going to want to do that from now on, which that might not even be the fast line. So you want to get on the track, try to stay in a gear. What I did, I rolled over this, and then rolled over this, and just I did 1 lap with just rolling the entire track, so my mind could look at the track and go, oh, okay. So that's basically what I did for the whole first lap. And then the second lap, I just doubled everything and just tried to see what the good lines were. So that seemed like a pretty good line if I would have hit that triple in and then doubled out, but triple in the middle, that's not a triple. Triple in the middle, and then double out. So, let me shift up the second. Ooh. Might not have been a good idea to shift up the second in the middle of the whoops, but that's okay. But what I wanted to try to do through here, was pop up my tire. Yeah, that looked like it worked pretty good. Don't pop it up too much, because if you do pop it up too much, you're going to end up looping out and all that nice stuff. Seen that guy down, so pop up over his head. Ooh, get a little swirly. And these triples, they're made weird. They still work like a regular triple. They're kind of small. You can actually OJ them a lot when you're in first gear. I don't know if that's my gearing. I'm going a little too fast. But I'm pretty sure on the 250, if you're in second gear, you're going to OJ it, which is not a usual thing, because first gear for these triples this entire year have actually been pretty good, and they've been landing you almost perfect. It seems like first gear on this track is OJing a lot of things, so this is actually a small track. My best lap so far, as you've seen, was a 1:15, so I don't know how good that is. I haven't looked at any lap times or anything like that. I'm sure you could quad out of there. I can't, because I can't quad anything, but this was that other line I was talking about. Nope, didn't hit it right, but you pop up over that. Definitely sure it's double is not a good line through there. Not that many doubles, but so. And I don't really like the sweep and turn either. It's actually just a nuisance. They could have did something with it. They could have, I don't know. They could have made something different there. Could have did something with it. Not that, because that definitely didn't work out too well. That's what keeps happening to me when I try to do that. So I don't know if I'm gonna go with that line, because I keep trying to pop it up. I'm sure people that are a lot better at seat bouncing than I am would be able to do it, which I'm not the greatest at seat bouncing. So I guess once I get better, that's what pros do. They'll probably do that line that I'm trying to hit, but I can't. So I'll be looking for that, watching fast laps. I go watch Kellen's track walk, or well, yeah, it's kind of a track walk. He does that whole thing where like the making of the lap and all that, which is pretty cool. And I just ran a 1:10, so I have no idea what the best lap time is, because I felt like that was a bad lap, so I don't know what a best lap time is. And that was not the fast line through there either. I just want to stay up for a whole lap and then see how the time reacts. Well, I just ruined that right there. I'm in the lead over Austin Bear by 25 seconds, so that's a good thing. He's running 125, and this guy's invisible. And that's the guy who won the last race. So, at least I ain't gotta worry about people, and I can just show you guys the track. This is definitely an easy track. There's nothing hard about it. There's no difficult rhythm sections. It's just basic Supercross rhythm sections. It's nothing insane. Like, Atlanta had some difficult things going on. Atlanta was partially difficult track. I'm surprised I did that well at that track, but I don't know. I just got the feel for the track. I like the track. I spent a lot of time on that track, so that's probably another good thing. Daytona, I just felt out of touch with, and I'm usually good at Daytona, which the past couple years I've been really well at Daytona. On all the tracks, like 2014 I was pretty good at, and 2015 I was actually really good at. I just, at that time, like I said, I didn't want to qualify for anything. I just didn't feel like I was ready to go do that. This year, I definitely felt like I was ready to go into racing. So, and I made my first main this year, and I made my first double main, if you want to call it that. Made 2 mains already this year, so it's a good sign. And I'm just going to cut that because I was going to hit the pole if I did. This lap probably going to kind of the cut, but that's okay. Because I'm just getting used to the track anyway. Yeah, you could definitely get a quad out of there if I shift up a little bit more and get a good line going through there. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that triple and then triple out, which seems to be pretty quick. It's just I can't hit it for some reason. I did it once very perfectly, and it worked out pretty well, but then I messed up the whole rest of the lap. So basically what I do is just this forever. Just quick back laps. Just ride the track as much as you can. The more you get used to it, the better you're obviously going to get at the track. If repetition gets your muscles mesmerized to the track and how it runs, what you're supposed to do in certain situations, if you're supposed to use the gas a lot here or less here or brake here, and just shows you what the track will feel like when you're running the bike. So it's always a good thing to get a lot of track time. Now with the pros, I know they just pick up their controller and they're like gods at the track, but that's a different story because they've been playing this game for 7 years. I know Tyson's had this game for a long time. I've only had this game for about a year and a couple months now. So I've actually had this game longer than that because we used to have the demo. Like, I had the demo back in 2010, and then I got the cracked version of the game, which I'm not proud to say I didn't have money, but I wanted to play it somehow. I wanted to get the new tracks and all that stuff and try to get good at the game. So I got the cracked version. I think it was 1.7 right before they started doing that registration key thing where you kept popping up on your screen. Sorry, JLV, I will admit that. I did get the cracked version because I really wanted to try this game. That's how much I like the game. But I ended up eventually buying the game back in December of 2014 with some Christmas money I had. So I decided to buy the $42, $45 game, whatever, how much this is anymore. I don't even know what the heck the price of it is. And ever since, I don't know, I just really like this game. People complain about this game. People say it's difficult and it's annoying, and at times it can be annoying, but I just like how it is. I like doing these tracks like this. I like learning the new tracks, and it's a fun time. So, a little bit off track there, but that's okay. It was still on sim, just not this track. So back to this track. So 2016 Supercross has actually been very good for me. 2016 Supercross in real life has not, because Ryan Dungey is our current points leader, and I cannot stand Ryan Dungey. I almost said Diane Rudgy. But I just think he's a complete douchebag, and he's just a rude person. Ever since round 1 this year, I've just had a bad taste in my mouth for him, even though I have before that. That's not what put the nail in the coffin. I had the nail in the coffin a long time ago. He just rides like a douche. I hate when people say that when you race motocross, that's racing. Jason Anderson goes out there, that's racing, when he block passes and stuff like that. Dungey just goes out there and shoves his bike into the side of you. That's not racing. That's like unsportsmanlike conduct and stuff like that. I mean, that's not a rule in motocross. Same thing with Tyler Bowers. I can't stand him because he does the same thing. I feel like when you jam your bike in there, you're not a good racer. You're dirty. You need to learn how to race more consistent and clean. I've never seen Ken Roczen even take anybody out. I've seen him block pass people, and there's nothing wrong with that. Block passing is a completely different art of passing. Not when you're Ryan Dungey, like with James Stewart, and destroy him. So, that's just a little tidbit on how I feel about Ryan Dungey, and I gave that too much gas right there. That's what I was talking about earlier. But, if you haven't noticed, we actually got new team bikes. Don't worry about that gear, because he has to fix that. Because the neck braces he put on these, I don't even know why he put neck braces on them. I mean, in real life you would want a neck brace, but this game doesn't like to register neck braces very well. And as you can see, when you're in first person, you get a first person real fast. When you're in first person, this is literally what you see. So if you're sitting down, you don't see it as much, but if you're standing up, which I never sit down unless I'm in a corner, so it's like really annoying. And when you jump things, that's just in your face. Like, you have no idea where the landing is when you're supposed to choke up. It's just, I can't ride in first person with it. I'm not really a first person rider anyway. I can do it, but I don't like doing it. So, and as you can see, I really do like these loops. They're really smooth. So that's 7 laps. Well, 6 laps. How many I just did? I think it was 7. I'm not sure if it ended for some odd reason. But I ran a 1:07. I'm feeling very comfortable with this track, even though it just came out yesterday. But I mean, I had school today. Definitely had to be more important at school than to do this. So actually, I'm gonna be putting out a lot more videos when school's over because I graduate this year, and hopefully over the summer and all that stuff, I'll have a lot of time to put out more videos. That's why I've been putting out videos a lot, and then stopping, and then putting out a bunch, and stopping. It's because I've had time, then I didn't have time, and all that stuff. So, thanks. I don't even know what I just tried to say right there, but thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video. I actually just came up with this in my mind, so it was just something I think I'm gonna start doing. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know, because I did enjoy doing this, because it's kind of like showing you guys what the track looks like to start off for the track, like what the round looks like and all that stuff. This is Toronto, by the way, and what the track looks like, and it'll feel like well, not feel like, because I obviously can't show you what it feels like, but so yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one if I do make another one of these, and